Hey everybody, Jay here again from Modern Mississauga, and today we're looking at the 2018 Nissan 370Z Touring Coupe with a lovely 6-speed manual transmission. Right off the bat, I just want to show you the side turning marker. It is the Z, and it lights up right there. I know, I like that, it's kind of cool. Not much has changed in nearly a decade here. Some say that the Z is due for a refresh. I kind of agree, but it still has that classic shape. You know, I wouldn't change too much, but with the future of car design upon us and things becoming sleeker and faster and more aerodynamic, I think that it should happen in the next couple of years. But I don't work for Nissan, but if Nissan, you guys are out there listening, a little bit of I don't know, something, I don't know what. Anyways, quick walk around the car. So the side profile looks beautiful as always. Yes, I know I said it's a little on the older side, but it's still a good classic look. LED headlights, they're on. I'm not sure if you can tell. This is from Nissan Canada, and they've started not putting plates on the front and manufacturer plates on the rear, which we will take a look at. I put the left turn signal on, so that's how you saw the Z, and that's just what it looks like. Let me just quickly go up to it. That's what it looks like regularly. Massive 19-inch tires, beautiful rim design, nice simple, but they look beautiful. Big red Nissan brake calipers up front as well, and the passenger side looks exactly like the driver's side. The door handles are not your traditional lift up, they're lift out like that, and that's how you do that. Gas door, sorry, just a push, there's no lock on it. Premium unleaded fuel, so it holds 70 liters. Let me check that again. 72 liters. So a little thirsty, but you can collect your petrol points and stock up there. That's what the back of the car looks like. That's what the new manufacturer plates look like. MFR, and then you have your 6 characters. Dual exhaust pipes, orange turn signals, which I really love. Let's take a look at what 195 liters of cargo space look like. Just underneath here, pretty much right in the middle of the Nissan logo, there's a button. You push that and you lift up a touch. So I've got a couple of papers, a couple of Matt Zaddy, good friend of mine, hooray for Matt Zaddy, musician stickers. So maybe a suitcase, maybe carry-on, not even a full suitcase, sorry, a carry-on overnight bag. Not fitting too much in here, but then again, it's a 2-door sports coupe, so these aren't really meant for cargo space. So we'll just shut that back down. Notice the spoiler there. I love the look. Yes, I know I said it's old, but I still love the look of it. It's got a beautiful stance, and I will be right back, and we will take a look at the inside. And we're back with the 370Z. Just before we jump in the driver's seat, a couple of cool things. There is your Z logo on the scuff plate. There are your 3 pedals with grips on it, and the aluminum or metal or whatever, it's got a cool look to it, and the firewall, it looks good as well. There's your handle, there's your lock, air vents on the door to save space, and your standard 2 windows, unlock, lock, window lock, and your mirror adjustments. So let's, oh sorry, one sec before we jump in. It's half manual, half power seats. So the first knob adjusts the height of the front, second knob adjusts the height of the back, and that just dips down like that. That goes up like that. So as we get in the car, close the door, there is the power portion. So that gets your seat going forward, that gets it going backwards, and that tilts the back part forwards and back. That's not a good way to look at it. Forwards and backwards. There we go. Push button start. I'll start the car up. Oops, didn't stay on the clutch long enough. Alright, there is tilt but not telescopic steering. Oh, sorry, there's another Z logo right at the front, very cool. So the whole module moves. Just to give you a reference point, there's a horizon. So we push down and we push up, but no telescopic. That's okay because your seat moves. On the left, some basic information. So this is my 7th and last day with the car. I've driven it for about 12.5 hours. My mileage has been 501.6, and that got me through pretty much the entire 72 liters of gas. There's a button right there. It's kind of hidden. If you're just putting your hands on the wheel or even just looking at the wheel dead on, just as a note, it's there. And that gets you your range outside temperature, it's a little chilly. You set your clock. Settings, I don't really mess around with that. And your warnings, your current liters per 100 kilometers. I'm parked, so that's why it's way high. My average is 11.4 over 500 kilometers, and my average speed 40.1, and we're back to normal. Your revs right up front. I think it's cool how they did the neutral, the N for neutral, because it kind of looks like a Z on its side. And if we do that, hopefully that works out on camera, or the finished product. And there is your speedometer. My mom had a 2000 Maxima, and I didn't like the dashboard because they jammed all these numbers, and because the fonts were too big. Fonts were too big, and it just looked really cluttered. And I find the same thing here with this. They could have gone down a couple of fonts and made it, I don't know, just a little less jumbled. That's just me. So no sunroof on this model. Small rear window. Let's see what I can do there. Yeah, so that's pretty much what you'll see out the back window. Lots of blind spots in the car. Again, it's a coupe, so when you turn around, like, those pillars are massive. So you got to use your backup camera to really find out where you're going and making sure you don't hit anything. And obviously your side mirrors and your center mirror. But that's that. So that's enough about that. Let's stay up top. The infotainment system, pretty standard for Nissan. Easy to navigate, easy to work with. You got your air vents, you got your 3 dials up front. The digital clock, maybe analog or maybe a bit of a better font. It looks a little on the outdated side. And the same thing with this. You know, I love the car. Just a couple of small things I'd change. That just looks a little, again, on the outdated side. All your alerts show up on the perimeter there. Anyways, that's just my take on it. Standard steering wheel controls. Easy to figure out, easy to work with. Your turns, signals, and your wipers. So we talked about that. Let me just get some light on in here. Might be a little easier to see. Lights on. Yeah, so it shows up like a red. Again, standard fare here. Nothing much that's going to be new or exciting. But a combination of buttons and dials make it easy to work with and easy to operate. Where I think Nissan really missed the boat is the gear shift. It's ugly. That's the long and short of it. At least, you know, spend a couple of extra bucks and do something nice with the shifter. This specific trim is the second from the top for the 370Z. There is the coupe for about 30 grand less a tuning. There is the sport coupe for 33,998, which adds a little bit to it. And then there's this, which is the 370Z Touring Coupe, and it runs for $44,298 bucks. And you get a bunch of other stuff with it. Right here, you get your heated seats, 19-inch aluminum alloys, bi-xenon headlights, front chin spoiler, rear spoiler, side turning signal lamps. I'm just reading off the sheet here. Leather wrapped wheel, leather wrapped knob. And a bunch of other stuff. You get your iPod connectivity, USB connectivity, 7-inch touchscreen, Sirius, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, I wish they would have sprung for a bit of a nicer shifter. It feels nice, it's leather, and yeah. Anyways, that's like the nicest part of it, because it's got the aluminum base, but like you don't see it, and you barely touch it, really. Anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. Make it 5 cents, actually. Good old-fashioned parking brake. No automatic buttons here. Love that. One cup holder to rule them all, and a small one on the door and the small one on that door. So there's really 3. Let's just quickly sneak around here. That's your center armrest. Good for a wallet. That's about it. Maybe some change. USB port there, as you can see, and the other adapter right there. What they did do to help you out on the storage side, let me close that up, is you move the front seat up, and there's a little storage cubby back here. Let me get rid of my Honda hat, let me get rid of my video mount, let me get rid of my water bottle, and let me get rid of my modern Mississauga plate, branding 101. Anyway, so there's a bit of space. It's not really easy to see, but just to give you a point of reference, it's about as big as a license plate holder, maybe 1.5 times the size, and that's really it. But you know, you still throw, like I did, I had a water bottle, video mount, and a custom license plate, or sorry, a vanity, not a vanity, a branded license plate. Sorry. That's pretty much it for the interior. We'll go for a quick drive and be right back, and I won't show you the shifter again. And we're back for the in-car portion. This will be fairly quick. So beneath the hood, actually before we start moving, again, nothing new here. The 3.7 V6 3.7 V6 motor, 332 horse, 270 on the torque, the rev matching. It's fast. It's a fairly light car, and it feels really nice. There's an option for the 7-speed automatic gearbox. I love that Nissan gave it to me with the 6-speed manual. All right, and with that, let's just go for a quick spin. I don't think I showed it to you. Sorry, I think I showed it to you, but I didn't bring it out. Pointed out there is a sport mode for the manual gearbox, and it's just a button to the top right of it. And it's kind of cool. It gives it it's like sport mode for any other car. It just gives it that little bit of oomph. I don't have a lot of light, so let's see if I can make this better. Not really. I'll make a turn into the light. Anyways, driving impressions. It's a 370Z. It's got a great feel. It's powerful. The shifts are nice and crisp, even when you're not in the sport mode. It's tuned very well, and the fact that it's available as a base model for about 30 grand is kind of cool. There's convertible options as well, but a bare bones 370Z for 30 grand, not too bad. Like, it's hard pressed to get anything else with this much power and this much of a solid road feel for that kind of money. Turning, handling, cornering, all that kind of stuff is done beautifully, and it's great. As I mentioned, the blind spots they're plentiful, but it's the design of the car, it's the shape of the car. You don't have your extra set of doors, and yes, there's a small tiny window back there, but you can't really see much out of it or see out of it at all. So as against backup cameras as I am, in this case I'm all for it, just with the safety first, and try and back into your parking spots. Anyways, I'll spare you the lecture on that side. Yeah, so I mentioned the shifting is done really nicely. Steering wheel has a good feel to it. Yes, is the second from the top trim. The very top is the Nismo. That's an extra couple of grand, and that's tuned a little tighter with a little more horsepower on it. It's got a good engine sound, or a good exhaust sound. It's not, it's not as great as the Type R or some of the other performance cars out there. I'm not sure if you heard that, but it sounds pretty good, and it gets up to speed pretty quick, and the 270 pound-feet of torque does well. I would like a little more. I've noticed there's a little bit of a lag at times, but again, it's minuscule, and I'm a little more critical of it than the average person would be. But having said that, it's still a wonderful car. It's a comfortable car as well, and that might be part and part of the leather seats. Laura and I drove up to Palgrave, which is an hour north of Mississauga, yesterday, and we were on our feet for about 6 to 7 hours, and we got back in the car, and it was really comfortable. Heated seats came in handy with the soreness for standing for all those hours. But yeah, no, anyways, it's a good, for what it is, it's a great car. I've had the base model. I believe I had it in 2015, and I recall really liking it. You can't see it here, but, and I don't like this, and I'll take a picture of it, or I'll take a video of it once I'm stopped. It tells you what gear you're in, and if you're driving a manual car, I don't think that it needs to be there. I know that the Mazda RF. Sorry, Mazda MX-5 RF has it. I think the Civic has it. I'm not entirely sure. But I know a couple of manual vehicles do have it. I don't know, maybe I'm just old and crotchety about it, but I don't think it needs to be there. You should know what gear you're in if you're driving a car with a manual gearbox. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. Again, you know, feel free to keep the change on that. Anyways, that pretty much wraps up the outside, inside, and in-car portion. And as I drive into the sunset, kind of into the sunset, away from the sunset. Anyways, so we're gonna stop the video here. Thanks for watching. Any questions, feel free to chime in via the comment section. Oh right, one last thing I wanted to show you. So there's the N for neutral, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way over to the right, and reverse. There's your backup camera, and it's got the little lines to tell you as you turn the wheel if you're in or if you're not. Right now the wheel's turned to the right, so I'm not. All right, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next review.